I'm gonna be going crazy. I'm gonna like probably laugh, cry, dance, freak out, lose my voice. Like who even knows? Like literally, oh my gosh, it all worked out. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Jhéani. Welcome back to my channel. So I have a little bit of a new setup for y'all because I moved into my new apartment. Okay. Okay, you guys, I have a story for you, and I know every single person that's watching that has followed me for any amount of time, even before this channel existed, knows how much I love Ariana Grande, knows how much of an important like factor her music is into my life, and just like my day-to-day like conversation, just like, yeah, it's just part of who I am, you know, like being an Ariana Grande fan. So the fact that this happened is seriously like so insane. Like this is actually probably the biggest, yeah, for sure, definitely the biggest Christmas miracle, magical thing that's ever happened to me because of just how it felt all throughout the process, how it happened. Like, oh my gosh, okay. So go get a snack, okay? Like I have a story time video and it's really cool. It's really exciting. But yeah, go get a snack and like, yeah, I'll give you a second. I'm like so excited. Anyways, okay, so basically, long story short, where do I even begin, honestly? Let's begin with this. Let's begin with back in, I believe it was April, or I think it was March actually. Yeah, of 2019, earlier this year, my friend Blair Caldwell, who is an amazing photographer that I've worked with, I'm a huge fan of. He works with a lot of artists that I'm sure y'all know. Beyonce, for one. Normani. Um, and yeah, a bunch of like really cool people. So anyways, so I had went to his church with him, and afterwards we were talking about doing a, oh, sorry. Afterwards we were talking about doing a cover together. Off topic, he's an amazing singer. Okay. Besides the point. So we were talking about that, and then he like casually mentioned, we were trying to come up with a day that we could like film, but then he was like, but I only have like 3 days left before I'm going on the Sweetener tour because of his photography and him working with Normani and being like her like personal photographer. And she was Normani was Ariana's opening act for the first leg of the Sweetener tour. So he was going to be shooting Normani on tour, therefore he was also going on tour. Okay, so that alone was just like, and also he casually mentioned this like as we were talking about doing the cover. I was like, excuse me, you're like what? Because he like knows I love Ariana. Anyways, he's like, yeah, you should come to the LA show or whatever when we come back, like when we come to LA. And I was like, are you inviting me to come to the Sweetener tour when you're working for it? Like what? Like I was like, what's going on? Anyways, so that was just like a one-off like conversation, but it basically put the desire, or like it like expanded my already very strong desire to go on the Sweetener World Tour, or to like go and attend, like see the concert, because obviously I love Ariana and I love Thank You Next. Thank You Next is definitely my favorite album that she's done. I mean, I love Yours Truly, that'll always have a special place in my heart, but like Thank You Next, like I don't know, Thank You Next and Sweetener. So actually no, mainly Thank You Next and Yours Truly, but I love Sweetener and I love this tour. So anyways, off topic. I really wanted to go, and when he said that, I was just like, oh my gosh, that would be so cool. And then it reminded me that she was going to be playing in LA like in like 2 months or something. So anyways, all that to say, the date of the tour was like in May or something. My life basically after that like hangout that I had with him went absolutely down the drain. Like went absolutely to shit, and it was like not a good, like it was like a really bad couple months after that. Actually it was bad like 6 months, or it was a good like solid amount of time of like really like just going through it, you know. So I had deleted all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everything. Like I was not active on social media. People didn't even know if I was alive. They were like, girl, where you at, you know. All that to say, I completely lost sight of like the Sweetener World Tour date. Didn't even like, I wasn't even on social media. I changed my number and like wasn't talking to anyone, so I didn't even have the ability to like connect with Blair about it or follow up if he was still going or like whatever. Or obviously he was gonna be going because he was working it, but I'm like, if we were gonna go or not, you know, even like thinking about getting tickets or what. Like I just didn't have, it was just like, you know how when you're just like in a really like You're just like going through it, like nothing else matters except for the here and now, like what's going on in the moment. Like you're not thinking about like going to a concert. That seems like the furthest thing away, you know? So obviously this concert, long story short, came and went. I didn't even know that it had happened. Like I completely forgot the date. Like I was not thinking about it, and I honestly was in a place where I probably wouldn't have even had the motivation or the energy or like the emotional, like, you know what I mean, like positivity to even go to the concert at that point. So the concert came and went, like literally a week and a half goes by, the concert already happened, and then like I randomly decided to re-download Instagram, and then came on Ariana's Instagram, and she had posted a photo from the tour date, and I was just like scrolling through, and I saw like the LA post, and I was just like, I literally forgot. Like I literally missed the Sweetener world tour date in LA. I like couldn't believe it. Like I was just like, how does that happen? Because I mean, y'all know me. Like I love Ariana. And like concerts are so much fun, and I love concerts, and like I don't ever forget. Even like local shows in LA, like I go to so many of them all the time, you know, to support like some like local artists and stuff. So like the fact that like that big of a show that's that important to me that I would have loved to go to, like literally slipped my mind completely, shows y'all like where I was at mentally, you know? So I literally forgot, and I found out that it had happened on Ariana's Instagram after like a week later. So I was like, well, fuck, now I'm even more like sad, you know? So yeah, long story short, came and went, and didn't get to go. And then she announced she was going on the second leg, and then I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I have another opportunity. However, I was still not out of this place. I mean, I think things just honestly got worse after that, like for a while. Like it got really bad this year, you guys. But we are ending on a positive note, and 2020 is going to be that year, so that's all that matters. But yeah, so like basically, what did I say? Oh yeah, so like basically like yeah, my year just was like still like spiraling, and again, similar thing, like I just didn't have the bandwidth or the mindset to like even think about like going to the concert. And I also did not have any money. I literally like did not have money at all. I basically was just scraping by, and I didn't have extra money to put towards a concert, let alone hundreds of dollars potentially of however much it would cost. And Blair wasn't gonna be on this leg of the tour, so I couldn't like ask him like, hey, can you like get me into the concert? Not that like that's even like, I don't even know if that was like a real thing that he was actually gonna do. Anyways, so all that to say, I wasn't able to buy tickets like for the whole time that they've been on sale. But like the desire to go just like still was in my heart. And I'm like, this is her last tour for a while. This album, like I said, like the songs from Thank You Next that are on this tour / Sweetener, and like just like her set list in general. I just love this set list. I've seen so many clips and so many like videos of it, and like the set list is truly like my dream set list of her discography. And like I just like needed to experience like a concert from her so deeply in my soul again. I went on the Dangerous Woman tour a couple years ago. I think it was like 2 years ago, and that was the first time I had seen her. But I wasn't as connected to the Dangerous Woman era as I am with this era. It just like is a whole different experience, I guess, now. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Basically, like I just really wanted to go, and I was sad. Wow. Ew. And I was sad that like it was kind of looking like I wasn't gonna go. More than likely, like the same thing. Not like horrible spiral where like I wouldn't even know that it happened, but like just like financially, like it's just probably not gonna happen, you know? And I also moved like a shit ton this year, so many different places I've lived, and I just like didn't have the ability to like, you know, pay for the tickets. Yeah, so it basically like now got to December this month, and the concert's on the 21st and the 22nd here in LA. So I was just like, I'm sad. Like I just want to go so bad. And at this point, like, you know, starting, I would say September, things started to take a turn for the better, and like I made a lot of personal changes and shifts within myself, so my life started to get better. Like I should say, my life drastically improved. My health, emotionally, mentally, physically, every way, like drastically improved, because I was having health issues earlier this year too, which is just a part of what I was going through. So yeah, everything's like completely like taking a positive turn, hence like me being back on YouTube and back like active and stuff on social media. So obviously I'm seeing concert clips all the time, and I'm like, oh, now I'm like, yes, like I'm in the energy of going to a concert. Like I need to go, I want to go. Like, but it's literally the month of, and like tickets by now are probably through the roof, and I probably would have needed to buy them by now. And like, I don't know, I don't want to really sit in the bleachers because like, not that I wouldn't enjoy it, because I sat in the bleachers and the nosebleeds in the Danger Summon tour and I had a blast. But like, I don't know, I just like wanted to have the experience of being closer up and having more of an intimate experience with the show. And like, I don't know, I just like, I was like, if I do get to go, it's not going to be the ideal way that like I had it in my head that I wanted to go, you know what I mean, originally. And that's if I can even like finesse going on, that also wasn't even seeming realistic. But then I also was just kind of like, well, I've been in this really high vibe, like positive, healthy, self-loving energy, and like at this point I started to believe like it was possible. I just wasn't gonna like what? I just wasn't gonna like force it. I wanted it to be really organic, and I wanted it to feel aligned and like just like meant to happen and like magical, you know? I just love that feeling of like, okay. Basically I just would like kind of imagine myself there, not like super intentionally, not like, none of this was like super forced or like even like, I didn't put much energy. I believe in that, and I do believe in like aligning with what you desire and like embodying that energy. So I would do that in the sense of like whenever I'd see a photo, I would just like feel the feeling of like being there and being grateful that I was there. But that was literally the extent of it. I didn't make a vision board or anything like that. But then I went to Thanksgiving. Like I said, you guys have my Thanksgiving vlog, and I spent it with my friend Jessica and my friends Jessica and Hallie. And Hallie loves Ariana as well. We were listening to Ariana like the entire car ride, you know, there and back and stuff. At one point, like literally okay, oh my gosh, I just realized it was actually the Thanksgiving day that this happened. So on Thanksgiving day, for some reason, my desire to go to the Sweetener World Tour and to see Ariana live just like reached at an all-time like critical mass, all-time high. And it was like, honestly, should I just fucking like buy tickets? Like, I didn't have any money, by the way, and I was just like, if I do buy tickets, it'll either be like on StubHub or whatever for $70, and it'll be in the bleachers, but like whatever, at least I get to go. And I also was just planning on buying just one, like one ticket by myself, if I could finesse that. But I was just like, had this thing in me where I was like, you know what, no, I deserve to go. Like, I deserve to go. I've had such a crazy year, and like I deserve to end 2019 like, you know, spend Christmas basically celebrating the Ariana Grande concert. Like, why the hell, like, of anyone that I know that loves Ariana, like, of all people, I deserve to fucking go to her show. You know what I mean? So anyways, basically I just had that come in me. So I literally, and I was telling my friend Hallie, I was like, we should go to the Sweetener tour. We should go to the Sweetener tour. And she was like, oh my gosh, like I would die. Oh my god, like I'm so, like that, like don't even say that. And I was like, no, but for real though, like let's go. And so we like kind of talked about it, but again, nothing too extensive. We were just like, that would be really cool. But then I like had the thought to tweet about it randomly. Not like, I wasn't doing it in the sense of like, let me tweet to get tickets. I just literally was just like, as I was talking to her about it, I tweeted, because I just tweet my random streams of consciousness all throughout the day, like whatever I'm thinking. And I was like, should I just say fuck it and buy Ariana tickets? Literally like moved on to the next thing. Not thinking anything of it, like at all. I kid you not, I got a random DM from somebody I had never talked to, like didn't follow them, they didn't follow me, never saw their profile, never saw their handle, never saw their, like nothing. Like I did not know this person at all. I get a DM on Twitter saying, I don't remember the exact tweet because I guess I could look it up on my iPad. Hold on one second. Okay, I found it. I just like can't believe that this really happened. Life is so crazy. Anything is possible, you guys. So I tweeted that on Thanksgiving Day, November 28th. Never thought anything of it. Moved on with my life. The next morning at 10:31 a.m., okay, this girl who's an Ariana Grande stan account somehow saw my tweet. I don't know. Literally, I just have no idea. She just saw my tweet and messages me and says, hey, I'm selling floor tickets. Okay? Floor tickets. Like, remember when I said that if I went to the show, I was planning on getting nosebleed seats for like $50 all the way in the back. Like, that's what I was thinking in my head. She says, I'm selling floor tickets to Ariana's show in LA if you're interested. Which, by the way, I didn't say anything about me living in LA when in my tweet. So, like, I don't even know how she even knew I was in LA. I don't know if she, like, clicked on my photo when she saw my tweet and then saw that I was in LA and it, like, was a perfect fit and then messaged me or what. But, like, what is the fucking chances? Like, first of all, I didn't tag Ariana. I didn't do hashtag Ariana Grande. I didn't do hashtag Sweetener Tour. Like, it was literally just a random plain tweet that some random account on Twitter out of millions just so happened to see at the perfect timing, that lived in LA, that had floor seat motherfucking tickets to sell. And I like text, and I was with Hallie. I was like, Hallie, holy shit, somebody just messaged me offering me floor seats to Ariana. So then I like messaged her back and say, hey hun, just seeing this, how much? She said that she's selling a pair for night 1 and 1 for night 2. I was originally selling them for such and such amount, but the price can be negotiable because I just want to sell these tickets. And then I said, oh, okay, why are you selling them? Because I was just like, why would you give up your tickets? Like, is there something, are they real? Like, I just wanted to, like, verify that this was, like, a legit, because I could not believe it was real. I was just like, this is not happening. Like, how is this happening? So random. And I've never had that happen before, ever. I was gonna go with a friend, but she can't go anymore, so I have to sell it. I said, okay, let me talk to my friend and get back to you. And she goes, okay, no problem. So, of course, I go to my friend Hallie, because she's obsessed with Ariana. I'm like, we have to go, oh my god, da, 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 da. But, like, she was just like, I really want to go, but, like, but transportation, because she lives 6 hours away from LA. In my mind, I was like, that's not a big deal, we can make that happen. But, like, I understood that, like, most likely she wouldn't be able to go because of all the craziness around, like, the holidays and stuff. And, because, like, this show is, like, literally 3 days before Christmas. But then I was like, so then I guess after I talked to her, I was kind of like, well, one, I don't really want to go unless I go with a friend or, like, go with someone that really loves Ariana. And also, like, I don't have any money. Like, not only did I not have any money, you guys, I was supposed to be moving out of my apartment, like, that day was the day after Thanksgiving. So on December 1st, I was supposed to be moving out of my apartment to a new place, which I had just put all of my money towards rent, or not even towards rent, towards an Airbnb to stay at after I moved out, in between moving into my new place. So I had no money because everything else was gonna go towards rent. Just, like, stuff that, like, I have to think about, you know, with moving, and, like, just life stuff. So, like, I didn't have extra money to buy, let alone floor seat tickets, and we all know floor seat tickets cost, like, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But something in me was just like, it just felt like this opening, like this magical feeling, like, one, this is gonna happen, it's meant to happen, and, like, it is possible, and there is a way, and, like, just, like, stay open to the possibility. So I didn't, like, think about it too much. I literally just let it go again for, like, a couple of days, but then I was just, like, in the back of my mind every now and then I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is for me. Like, I know it. I just know it. So long story short, a week goes by. No, 8 days go by. I don't say anything to her, and because I didn't have the money and I didn't have anyone to go with, and it wasn't, in my mind, really clear how I would make it happen. So I didn't say anything to her, and I was just like, well, if it's meant to happen, it will. It'll just naturally unfold, and, like, somehow it'll work out. And, like, if she happens to still have the tickets in, like, a week when I have more money, then, like, whatever. But a week goes by, I still don't have the money, really. But the desire to go still was there. So I just had the random subtle, like, you know, intuition, super light, super subtle feeling like, you should message her just to see if she still has the tickets. You never know. She might still have them. Because in my mind, I'm like, this is Ariana Grande Stan account. She has 2,000 followers. Pretty sure she's been offering this from before she even messaged you. So by now, 8 days later, like, the tickets are gone. Like, it's probably gone, you know? But it doesn't hurt to ask. So I messaged her on December 7th saying, hey, hon, do you still have those tickets? And she goes, hey, yeah, I still have 2 for the 21st. And I was like, okay, cool. And then she goes, are you still interested? And then I sent her a long paragraph because, oh yeah, that same week, like, no, that day I think I found out I had a huge cavity. My filling on my tooth fell out. So, and then, like, part of my tooth that my filling was attached to, like, broke when that happened. So I have a gaping hole in my tooth, basically, out of nowhere. So I, like, needed to get that fixed immediately because y'all know, like, tooth pain is, like, the worst pain, like, some of the worst pain you can experience. So I was like, I have to get my tooth fixed now. It's gonna be, like, $300, plus I'm moving, plus this, plus that. But then I, like, told her, I was just like, hey girl, I am interested. It's just that I'm at the moment in the process of moving. I'm staying in and out of Airbnbs over the next week, which adds up. Which, girl, it adds up. Especially in LA. Until I'm able to move into my new place. And then I need to pay rent to move in, of course. So I really don't realistically think I can pay for anything until I have all of that taken care of first. And honestly, I don't know how much I'll have left over. But I really, really want the tickets and would love to go, and I obviously wouldn't want you to have your tickets go to waste. If we could work something out, that would be amazing. And then I told her about my tooth, my cavity that unexpectedly happened, so I needed money for that too. And then she goes, oh my gosh, we could probably work something out. What were you thinking? Y'all, when I tell you the way I freaked out, I like couldn't believe she was open to it, because most people when they buy tickets, especially floor tickets, and like I knew I probably couldn't pay for like the full amount, you know? So I was like, if anything, I'm either gonna have to ask her to discount it like hella, or I'm gonna have to pay it off in like payments, because bitch, I can't afford floor seat tickets right now. But the fact that she's willing to work something out like showed me that like, okay, this is a possibility, because again, I thought by now the tickets would have been sold a long time ago. Long story short, I'm not gonna save you all the boring details, but we were able to work something out and I got tickets to the Ariana Grande Sweetener tour, and I got floor seat like, what the fuck? It's just not at all what I thought. I thought if anything it'd be like the very last seat in the back of the arena, and I would have been happy for that. But the fact that I'm gonna be, which is the closest up on any concert I've ever been, by the way. I've never had floor seats in any concert I've ever been to. For like Ariana, like literally the love of my life and my soul sister. Oh my gosh, I could not be more happy. I could not be more excited. I could not be more amazed at just how supernatural, miraculous, like mystical, crazy, just like fucking out of this world, crazy way this came together, and like how just like honestly easy it just happened, so easily and so quickly and so just organically. Like it just felt like that ticket specifically, or I mean I got 2 tickets, was just like meant for me, like literally meant for me. Like the fact that like on Thanksgiving Day, when I was like filled with like love and happiness and just like so grateful for everything, and I was thinking about, you know what, I would love to go to Ariana, and this happened to like tweet that randomly, not thinking anything of it, not thinking that tweet would actually lead to me going at all. Like that's the last thing I thought. I was just putting my thoughts out there, because I always just do that on Twitter. And then it just like got seen by the perfect right person, and the perfect just like series of events. The fact that like 8 days went by and she still hadn't sold the tickets yet, it was just like on reserve for me. And it took me 8 days to realize that like I was gonna like be intentional and like make this happen, and like ask her like, hey, can we work something out, you know, and like to express that I was like actually serious about going. But like that whole time, like the tickets just like were still there, which is like again unheard of. It was just like an Ariana Grande fan account, like so many Ariana Grande fans I'm sure followed it and saw that she was giving away her tickets. So like anyways, I'm so happy. Like I'm going with my friend Desiree, who also is obsessed with Ariana. We're gonna be like literally having the time of our lives. I literally cannot tell you how happy I am, how excited I am. It's the best Christmas miracle I could have ever fathomed for myself. Anyone that knows me, like, you know, this is a big deal for me. Just to be going, especially after this crazy year. You guys don't even know. I'll spare you the details because I like keeping my channel super like lighthearted and positive. But like, I literally like went through it this year, and to be ending this year on such an amazing note, like Christmas time and getting to celebrate it with like my favorite artist and going to her concert and being like right up front, like that's I'm so excited. And full circle, Blair's going. So I'm like gonna see him there too, I'm sure. Like he basically planted the seed like, I don't know, 9 months ago or so, and now full circle we're both gonna be there that night. Like it just is so magical, so perfect, like literally all meant to be, and I'm so happy. So I'm gonna definitely like try to take videos and vlogs and stuff. I don't want to be too on my phone because I also want to be super in the moment, so I'm gonna just see what I can get for you guys, like footage and stuff to watch back. But yeah, I just wanted to show that story of like how I manifested going to the Ariana Grande Sweetener tour. Honestly, the biggest thing I think I did was like believing it was possible, like just like taking away all the details of like how I'm gonna pay for it, how am I gonna get tickets in time, who am I gonna go with, like all the details, right? Basically just like taking all of that away, all the logic, feeling into my heart of like, what do I actually want in this moment? Like if anything was possible, if I had no obstacles in my way, like what would I have? Obviously I would go, and obviously ideally I would go to like have floor seats, but I didn't even think that far ahead. I literally just was like, it's possible, cool, and then I moved on, and then it like happened. So I think that also is a big thing of like not getting super fixated on how it happens. Also it's like staying open and knowing that like life supports you and like wants to give you the best of the best, and that like life wants to like give you like above and beyond what you could even dream of. Like I would have been happy just going at all, and the fact that like it ended up being way better like way better than like I could have ever thought. And I'm sure it's gonna be even better, like even better than what I think in my head is gonna happen. I'm sure even better than that's gonna happen. I don't know, like anything is possible, you guys. Like, I mean, I live kind of a magical life, and like I have regular miraculous, crazy, magical, mystical experiences on a pretty normal basis. But like this was something that was truly, especially in light of how fucked up this year was for like 90% of the year until the last like, you know, 4 or 3 months. Like I just didn't think it was gonna happen. Like just basically accepted that I wasn't gonna go, and then I just randomly, when things started to feel better and I started to feel happier, that's another thing. Like I think when I started to feel good within myself, when I got to a place of wholeness in my heart and my mind and my soul, my body, and I got to a place of self-worth where I knew what I deserved. Like I deserved to go to Ariana Grande. So like of course if I deserve it, like it's possible, and of course it can happen, and of course like I can like allow it to happen, and I'm willing to let it happen. Like just being really open to receiving, you know, open to receiving what I want, and like knowing that I get to have it. And that really was a huge factor. I think like my level of, my sense of self-image and self-worth drastically changed, or really not really changed, it really just shifted into place. Like it always had been there, it's just that I had other things like kind of like distracting me from that. And like once I like honed in and found my like energetic sweet spot with myself, like it's just like my desires have just like literally just flown to me like so easily. I was telling my friend Jessica, it's kind of like when you have, it's kind of like a hose that has a kink in it, and it's like all this water's wanting to rush through, but it has a kink so it can't flow through. But then when you unkink it, it's like like all the water comes through. And that's how I saw with like, that's how I feel with like good things in my life. Like I feel like I just had some kinks in my like sense of self and self-worth and like self-love and health and wholeness. And like once I unkinked all those things, it's like everything's just like all the magic and the beautiful like amazing experiences and like good things have just been like flooding in. Like I'm like, wow, I'm truly blown away by how amazing this year is ending for me. So anyways, I hope you guys like this story. I hope it was inspiring to you, and I just wanted to put that out there. To me, it's a big deal. Like concerts are so healing and so fun, and they can just like completely like, I don't know, just like give you such an amazing experience that impacts you for a really long time, especially if you're like an artist like me. And it's really, for me, it's another level too, because I am an artist, and like Ariana's a huge inspiration for me, and I want to be on that stage one day, you know, playing my own arena tour. So it's like it does a lot in my like heart and my spirit when I go to a concert. It just like really inspires me, motivates me, makes me just like keep dreaming, keep believing in myself. And yeah, and like obviously it's just so much fun. Believe in yourself, believe in your worth, believe that you deserve it. Open up your heart to life, and know that anything is possible. For one, know that you're good enough, know that you're worthy, you deserve it. And like just really just allow it to happen, and like take the steps that feel organic to take, you know, but also don't force it. Like literally just sit back, relax, and literally let it, like you want it to be aligned. You don't want to force something, you know. That's like a big thing for me. I don't like forcing things. So like that's part of the reason why I didn't like go overtly to try to force and make this concert happen. I just kind of sat back. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put this out there, and if I get inspired to take an action, then I will. But I'm not gonna like manipulate and try to like make it happen. I'm gonna just basically like, when I had that burst of inspiration to text her or to message her about the tickets, like I did. But until then I didn't make any practical like actions to try to make it happen. I was just kind of like, okay, we'll see what happens. We'll see what, you know what I mean? And it literally happened, like it unfolded way better than I could have ever thought. So anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it was inspiring and fun for you to listen to, and I can't wait to share more about the concert with you guys. It's going to be the second to last show of the Sweetener tour. Yeah, and then it's over, and then Ari's going on a break, which I'm really happy for because she deserves it. Yeah, so I'm so excited, and I love you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to know any concert experiences that you guys have had, your favorite concerts. If you've been to the Sweetener tour, like in any of the dates, let me know like how it was, how much you loved it. And yeah, and I just wanted to like share that because I'm so excited. Obviously I'm like super giddy and like I'm so excited. What else do I want to say? I don't know. I'm just like really excited and like really happy that it all worked out. I'm gonna be crying the entire time too because I know she's gonna be crying, and that's gonna make me cry, and like I'm so excited to see Successful live, and I really hope she puts it on the set list because someone said that she took it off the set list, and I really hope that's not true because that is my actual number one. I love, and God is a Woman, obviously, and like honestly every song. What song? I love every song. Just keep breathing and breathing and breathing and breathing. I really made that happen. Holy shit! This is so cool. Like I literally like. It's like surreal. Like I honestly can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm sure more crazy things are gonna happen like the night of. Like watch me end up meeting her. Like literally like with my life, you never know. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.